Hey guys, Osa from Base Fitness Training. Today, I want to talk about fad diets and why they're bad. I think fad diets or crash diets or whatever, like fancy diets you're trying, I think the reason why they're not good is because of, it's honestly just one reason. It's not sustainable. I think when it comes to anything you're trying to do, any type of habit you're trying to form, any type of thing that you're trying to do in life, it has to be sustainable. If it's not sustainable, then you're not going to be consistent. And if you're not going to be consistent, then you're never going to hit your goals. There's no point in doing keto, which, by the way, if y'all don't know what a keto diet is, it's when you eat no carbs and you're just eating protein and fats. There's no point in doing a keto diet if you love carbs. Carbs don't make you fat. Eating in a surplus consistently every single day, that's what causes people to get fat. That's what happens. It's not the carbs themselves. Because believe it or not, your brain loves glucose, and whether it turns carbs into glucose or your proteins and amino acids into glucose, it doesn't matter. Your body is going to break down whatever it has to fuel itself. So carbs aren't bad. Fats aren't bad. Protein isn't bad. All these things, they're not really bad. They're just tools to give your body energy. So there's no point in like doing a diet that you can't do for a long period of time. I can't tell you how many times when I was in college, I had friends that would lose like 10, 15, 20 pounds doing keto, like strictly keto, like super hardcore. And then the moment they get off those keto diets, they would just gain the weight that they lost because it's not sustainable. They were like starving themselves. They were like holding back cravings and doing all that. You're just asking to relapse and binge and not only gain the weight that you lost back, but even more. I remember I tried the paleo diet when I was a freshman in college, and I lost about like 12 pounds. I lost a lot of weight. I lost a lot of weight really fast. Just a paleo diet is a diet where you eat like vegetables and you eat like just like meat. You don't eat any processed foods. But the moment I got off of that diet, I gained 20 pounds because I just went crazy. I ate as much McDonald's as possible, fries, pancakes. It was amazing to eat all the foods that I like quit. And then I just ended up gaining it back. And I never did the paleo diet again. And it took me until like 3 years later to like actually hunker down and like try to start losing weight again because I thought dieting was just so miserable. That's another thing. I think that nowadays, like, people kind of like to do this meme where it's like your willpower is going to get you through everything. I'm going to be honest, guys. Willpower is kind of a joke. And what I mean by that is like you only have so much mental energy you can dedicate to like resisting like things. If you like bread and you just spend like your whole mental energy trying to not eat bread every single day for like 2 months, like that is just not good for you. That's gonna take its toll, because the moment you eat bread again, or the moment you break, or even like in your dieting phase, the moment you break and eat that bread, you're not gonna stop. You're gonna binge eat that bread. If you just eat bread in moderation, like, okay, maybe I like to eat like 3 or 4 serving sizes of bread, maybe just eat 1 or 2. If you do that, that's probably like a lot less mentally taxing on you. You can only like resist being hungry and your cravings for so long, which is why I say like don't cut out foods that you like, replace them with like similar options. So if you like ice cream, you can, like, this is just a simple example. If you like ice cream, eat frozen yogurt, okay? Or bacon, eat turkey bacon. I like McDonald's burgers, but instead of going to McDonald's and buying a burger, I'll just make my own burger. I still get to eat a burger. I like fries. I will make my own fries, and I would air fry them instead of like frying them in oil. They're not like the exact alternative, but like at the very least, I get my fix of like the foods that I like and the foods that I enjoy. You need to try to don't make super huge changes. Most people can't make super big changes and just like live that life. I know we all like watch those movies where someone has like a dream and they aspire to do something and they're able to just commit to these really crazy regimens and like have those cool training montages and like get the bodies of their dreams. But in reality, for the most part, People that have like made really good and made really big changes in their lives, they started small and they just kept at it and they got more and more consistent, and then boom, they hit their goal. For me, how I lost a lot of weight, or how I lost like my 20 pounds, especially in college, was I just like focused on like 2 things that I wanted to get better at, and then I worked my way up. Instead of just like cutting out all the foods that I liked, I just made smaller alternatives. Instead of like eating the super processed foods, I would like cook my own foods. Instead of like getting like more like higher calorie like ice creams, I would like switch it with like maybe lower calorie ice cream or frozen yogurt. That way I'm still like having a mental break, eating the things that I like enjoy, that are sweet, that are tasty, and still at the same time I'm also achieving my goals of losing weight and being in a caloric deficit. So just understand that like the point in my mind, honestly, in my mind, the point of diets, or the point of like keto or like Atkins or intermittent fasting, is I think of these diets as templates that like you can grab onto or you gravitate towards, and then you like take those templates and then you like form it into your own like diet. So like there could be someone that doesn't really eat that many carbs, and they look at keto and like they can just like take some of those things that they learned from keto and then like form it into something that is more personalized. Your diets, the diets that are there should just be templates that you can use to like orient your eating habits in a way that puts you in a caloric deficit, but also at the same time you can still enjoy the foods that you like and still lose weight and be consistent. Don't follow everything just because people say it loses weight. Remember, every single diet works, and the reason why every single diet works is because they follow the one fundamental principle. You are eating less calories than it takes to maintain your body weight. Point blank and simple. Okay, keto works because you're eating less carbs. It's a lot easier to eat a bag of chips, which is a lot of carbs and fats, than it is to eat chicken breasts. You can eat 3 chicken breasts and be full, but you can eat a bag of chips and not feel full. Okay, and those chips have more calories than the chicken breasts. Intermittent fasting, you're fasting for a elongated period of time. 12 to 16 hours is generally the average like intermittent fasting, and then you have an 8-hour eating window. That 8-hour eating window works is because you're eating less calories than you normally would if you were eating throughout the whole day. It's the same with Atkins, it's the same with paleo, it's the same with the Mediterranean diets. All of these diets have you eat less processed foods and have you eat more nutritious and whole grains foods, which will keep you fuller for a longer period of time, and they all have less calories than if you were eating processed foods. So if you understand this fundamental process, you can pick anything that you want and orient it in a way that's causing you to eat in a caloric deficit and preventing you from starving yourself. Because if you're hungry and you have cravings, it's just a matter of time before you break and you like eat every single thing that you see in sight, and then you just ruin the whole dieting process that you were trying to go through. So be smart about it. Think about like foods that you like. Think about foods that you like that you think are fatty or processed, or maybe have more calories than they should, and then like think about if you can orient your calories in a way that can meet those like cravings that you have, or find good alternatives for those foods. Make healthier versions of the foods that you like. Not healthier, but make less calorie versions of the foods that you like. Okay, as always, I believe in you guys. Think about it and come up with a strategy that can allow you to eat the foods that you enjoy and still lose weight. All right, good luck.